All right, we are back. The short segment with Max Keiser, then the long segment after this one. Max, I got to ask you, how can the average person, if they can't escape this, how can they prepare? How can they make the best of it? I mean, how can they survive during this financial crisis? What are the steps the average person can take to protect themselves from this?
Well, there's two questions. One is, how to protect yourself, survive in this financial holocaust that we're involved with now. The other question is, how do you proactively try to restore some balance to the system? So let me, on the second point first, if I can, let me talk about this project I'm starting. Actually, I announced this project for the first time on Alex Jones' show a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so let me, if I can, give you some details on something I'm working on now, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm starting this new web enterprise, new website called Pirate My Film. And this is going to be another way, and I've been exploring this for a couple of years now, a few years, how to channel dissent. In other words, there are millions of people out there who recognize that the system is horribly lopsided. There is no balance in the system. There's very little justice in the system. So how do you rebalance that? How do you restore some justice and equilibrium to the system? And so I introduced a couple of projects along the years to address this problem. One was called Karma Bank, which allowed for activists to take down corporations by leveraging boycotts and leveraging their boycotts, and at the same time encouraging hedge funds to attack companies with short sales, so this way they could monetize their dissent. Mm-hmm. But my latest project is called Pirate My Film. It's another way to channel this enormous energy in ways that I think will undo a horrible injustice in the U.S. and around the world, which is the copyright laws. Copyright laws are horribly unjust. And even in your own experience, Jason, with your film Loose Change, which became really an era-defining film, you went right to the internet with that film, and you saw that it was tremendously important in raising people's awareness about a lot of very important issues.
Oh, the most important tool was the internet. Without the internet, we could have never gotten our message out there. We had to put it out for free, and thank God that we put it out just around the time that Google Video started to get big and YouTube started to blow up. Otherwise, I don't know if we would have got our message out there.
Right, and part of the reason why it is hard to get the message out there is because of these pernicious copyright laws that serve only the corporate agenda and don't really serve the public agendas or the public domain. Now, with Pirate My Film, the idea is that instead of attacking the pirates, attacking the distribution possibilities of the Internet, this embraces the pirates, it embraces the possibility of the Internet. Filmmakers post their films to the site to raise money for their films, or they pre-sell what I call gold copies of their film. And a gold copy is entitled to some revenues at some point after the film is released to the pirate network. But in the meantime, what gold copies are doing, it's building up the potential for individuals to, when the budget of a film is met, to be debited in a group a small fee that goes to the filmmaker to make their film. And this is all being tracked on the website. So if you needed, for example, I just got contacted, as a matter of fact, from the filmmaker. Before I came on your show, I was reading my emails, and the filmmaker who made that film through Scanner Darkly. The Scanner Darkly?
Yes, I've seen it. It's an excellent movie. You're talking about Richard Linklater, perhaps?
He works with Richard Linklater.
Maybe Tommy Pilata.
Pilata, right,
yes.
And the movie Waking Life.
Mm-hmm.
He just contacted me, and he is very excited by this project and wants to now work on getting another project out there using this this system. And I know Alex was actually in both of those movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was in both those movies. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about PirateMyFilm.com. Yeah, Tommy Pilato, a very talented guy in both of those movies with some heavy messages. And this sounds like a great project, Max, because we do need to distribute this with the only way that we can, the internet. I mean, that's how we reach a massive audience. We'll be back after this. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.